guys, and
Hey.
welcome back. It's been a while.
Long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see. So we are here at the butt crack of dawn to start working on our van.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had to have her in the shop for a little while. So while she was there, Trish and I have been brainstorming as far as like what we wanted to redo and do Gump 3.0 because it's like the third time we've redone her. And we have some really cool ideas. We've watched a lot of videos and got a lot of ideas, some good, some bad. We'll see. But the main thing is we want to make it a little bit more livable and utilize the space a little bit better. That was the last thing, on our last trip, that's what we figured out, is that we have storage, but it's not easily accessible. So we're going to try to fix that. That and just make it so it's a little bit easier to maneuver in here.
Yeah, so we're going to start this by showing... Yes, well, we're not old.
Anyway.
We're not old. You're only as old as you feel.
Depends on the day.
So we're going to start by showing you real quickly what she looks like right now. I know I've done a few videos like a maintenance day that I'll link up in the cards for you guys. But right now, let's go ahead and give you a real quick run through. And then today, I think we're going to rip apart the bed, redo the frame, and then see what we can come up with our electrical system that has been a main problem for us for traveling, which we'll explain later on today. So let's go ahead and show you around.
Alright, so one of the things we want to do is redo our sink area. While this was functional for shorter trips, on a long time trip it really wasn't. We didn't have quite enough counter space. The faucet wasn't quite tall enough. The foot pedal was kind of a pain in the butt. Emptying the gray water tank was kind of a pain in the butt. So we're going to try to redo that and make it a little bit better. Also, when I built this, I didn't have the right kind of tools. I'm going to say it. I didn't, I had a really crappy saw. So now I've actually got some good tools. I'm going to try to rebuild it and make it a lot better. Yeah, things aren't even. I was working with what I had.
And this big empty space here was where we had our old fridge, which we've already taken out because it just wasn't functional for this vehicle. And of course, this is where our magnetic strip where we store all of our utensils. And no, we have never had anything fly off that while driving. Not even the knife.
Nope. And the bed has a lot of storage underneath it. The problem is getting to that storage. It's very hard. You have to like kind of reach underneath and look to the left or look to the right. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually put the bed on hinges so that you can flip up the top and flip up the back, and hopefully that will make it easier to access the storage underneath it. And over here we have a 2-cube thing we got from like Big Lots, and while again that worked, it didn't necessarily give us all the storage we wanted. So we're thinking we might try to build like almost like a closet there for our clothes and whatnot. And these are all going to come out from this side all the way over to behind the driver's side seat where I'm kind of sitting. What we're going to try to do is build a sofa. So make it a little bit easier. While this chair is nice, it's only a spot for one person to sit. And that's been kind of an issue. Oh yeah, and the other thing we're going to try to figure out is how to put this chair on a swivel. Because that's going to be crucial. If we can figure that out, we'll be good to go.
And this, while it looks pretty, is pretty impractical. This was where we kept our first aid kits, which we needed to get to quickly. Laundry stuff and games, which we played pretty much every night. And this was the dog keeper, the dog and cat keeper. As you guys know, we travel with our dog and cat. So that is a big kind of a catch-all point that we want to make this more practical. And then behind the chair right here is where we stored the window coverings and our stove and everything else. So this is what we are starting with. We are going to finish our huge cup of coffee that's sitting right there and get started.
Yep.
Now that the bed is out, you can actually see the
Jankiness.
the jankiness of our electrical system. This is a 200 amp hour Renogy battery. We do have another one we're going to add for a total of 400 amp hours, and then that is our mess of wires at the end. So this is the first thing we are going to change.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid
Taking a quick break because we got our delivery, and it is actually a USB outlet that we are putting in here as well. So I think we have most of our electronics that we're gonna do. Can't wait to try it.
and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember.
So what we did is we actually wired up our electrical system. It's not fully done, but it's mostly wired to the point where we can actually put the rest of the bed back together and finish it off. Trisha's going to bring you closer, and I can talk about all the different components. So the first thing we have is two 200 amp hour batteries from Renogy. We had one and it was working pretty well. We got another one because we wanted to hook an AC fridge up to our inverter, and we didn't want the battery to drop so much. So we have them hooked up, and the way I hooked them up was negative to negative and positive to positive. Okay. We also have, this is something we didn't do before, we probably should have, is we added circuit breakers. I think this is really going to help make sure all our electrical is a little bit safer than it was before. So coming off our 40 amp charge controller, we have a 50 amp circuit breaker, and that, the positive goes in there, and then the negative goes over to our inverter. Okay. Also on the inverter, that is a 3000 watt inverter. It works really well. It's got 3 power outlets on the front and your power switch. You know, we've had no problems with it whatsoever. One thing we added this time though is, before we used to actually we had just our ceiling fan running off the battery. We would actually just put the wires to the battery, which isn't correct. We actually added a fuse block. So now we can actually add more 12 volt electronics. So we have a lot of things planned that we want to add. So that actually works out well. We have it mounted to a piece of wood. Again, we have our circuit breaker. So if I want to kill the power real quick, I can very quickly just kill all the power, and then I can just reset it, and that will get the power going back again. And here is where our solar comes in, and it plugs directly into our charge controller. And we also have a module up here that is Bluetooth, so we can actually do some monitoring, and that works pretty well.
That is all we have for this video. We are going to be doing puck lights in the ceiling, which will be coming next, and we are going to finish the bed maybe today, but that'll be in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Take it easy. The battery light's not on anymore.
Well, that's because you killed the switch.
What switch?
Yeah. No. Flip it back. There you go. And there you go. And voila, the fan is on. You were showing them the wrong way to kill it.